1,000 square foot property. And late tonight, we saw agents walking out of this house carrying a cardboard box as well as several bags from the second story of the property out here. They were processing the scene there and could be seen taking notes on a table.
When you look at Floyd Mayweather, it was like, bro, did you budget? Yeah, you got big injections, but the big payments also went out. Why you got so many?
Yeah, so many of
like I'm talking about from money, cars, clothes, and the things that's next to the road.
Yeah.
But everybody got a ticket.
I'd say he's not going broke, he just wants to push off paying back the IRS. But I think this next document is a smoking gun. This is the collection appeal request Floyd sent to the IRS on why he couldn't pay. The explanation he sent was, need more time to gather the funds to pay in full. This is the IRS about to start. This isn't a personal loan.
According to reports, Floyd Mayweather is dealing with a major tax-related dispute after U.S. authorities placed a $7.3 million lien on him. If the debt remains unpaid, officials could potentially pursue some of his high-value property, which may include his Las Vegas residence and collection of expensive vehicles. Indicate that the IRS has filed a $7.3 million lien against Floyd Mayweather over alleged unpaid taxes connected to the years 2018 and 2023. Business Insider reported that the lien was registered in Las Vegas the previous month, while publicly available records indicated that the amount remained unpaid as of March 26. But the situation has renewed scrutiny of how Mayweather has handled his finances. Over the course of his boxing career, the former champion accumulated hundreds of millions of dollars from fight earnings, endorsement deals, and various business ventures.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, you know, we are on ESPN. It's a sports cars. It's a sports network. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. You ain't seen these toys.
I haven't seen these?
No.
What? Floyd, this is 7 cars, man. Silver, platinum, Miami, black LA, white Vegas.
Yeah, in New York, I got my drivers.
And you got your drivers in New York?
Yeah.
Why? Talk to me about why you make the decision to drive different colored cars in respective cities.
Spoiled brat.
Oh, just being a brat?
Just being a brat.
The 7 cars that you showed me are in excess of $50.
Mayweather's residence in Las Vegas reflected the same level of extravagance, with features such as a private indoor pool, spa facilities, extensive marble finishes, and several elevators throughout the property. Inside, he also maintained a large designer wardrobe filled with Louboutin footwear and Birkin handbags, while the home displayed valuable artwork and carefully landscaped outdoor areas. The collection of premium watches and jewelry further contributed to the home's lavish atmosphere, reinforcing the image of the luxury-filled lifestyle Mayweather has long been known for.
Oh Lord, this is your closet?
Yeah.
I see the money team hats, along with various others.
Yeah.
Do you even know how many outfits you have?
I wear the same clothes, but I got a ton of clothes, but
You're not overly concerned about clothes. I mean, you're gonna be suited down when you need to be suited and booted, but for the most part.
Well, today, I got on this today. Today's
I'm not talking about today.
Today's just a chill day.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Today is like, okay, I ain't really got nothing, but you know what I'm saying? I do got a Patek Philippe on my wrist.
Okay.
I think this watch probably costs $100,000.
Floyd Mayweather's financial situation continues to attract attention as several reported disputes have emerged. One recent claim alleges that he is dealing with legal proceedings over an unpaid bill of approximately $15,000 connected to private jet services. This came alongside separate reports concerning a $330,000 rental-related dispute and the alleged $7.3 million tax debt involving the IRS. With multiple financial claims being reported within a similar timeframe, growing focus has been placed on Mayweather's present financial position.
In the camera. See, when you depict that type of lifestyle, brother, it just gives people the thought to say, man, Must be nice.
Must be nice.
But what it'll be a thing if that runs out. Now, when you're writing bad checks and you're portraying this lavish lifestyle from private jets, PJs, and one of the most dumbest things that I seen, but I admired it. I was like, yo, you know what car or what area Floyd was in because of the color of his car. Did you ever peep that, Peggy?
What color was
See,
his
all
car?
his cars is either white or black, depending on where it was. In Vegas, all his cars were a certain color. In Miami, all his cars were a certain color. The same fleet that we need to start getting them receipts and taking it back to the people to say, hey, I got 16 Rolls Royces. I got the 06, 07, 08, 09, 010, 011, 012.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the same car. Why do
do
you
you
do
need
that? Anybody who knows luxury, brother, could tell you that's the price of playing luxury. Because how many...
Although reports have raised questions about Mayweather's finances, he still showcases a remarkable fleet of premium automobiles, ranging from recent Rolls-Royce models to other high-priced vehicles. Critics have argued that holding on to such a collection could be intended to maintain his reputation and appearance as an affluent celebrity, rather than serving as a clear reflection of his present financial situation.
That means you in taxes.
In taxes.
We was looking at them checks.
Yeah, we was.
I mean, he went from Pretty Boy Floyd, Money Mayweather, to Mr. Pay-Per-View.
Okay.
Because when you look at the reports of all the top grossing pay-per-view participants in the history of pay-per-view, he on there multiple times.
In that Mount Rushmore.
So I'm trying to tell you, it's not even a trick.
Questions surrounding Floyd Mayweather's finances grew further when Spencer Cornelia addressed allegations involving the boxer's expensive watch and jewelry collection. According to Cornelia, communications from August 2025 indicated that some of Mayweather's watches had reportedly been pledged against borrowed money. But he further claimed that a number of those timepieces were eventually released after portions of the outstanding amounts were repaid, while others were allegedly still tied to the loan arrangements.
Know about Jonah's past in the complaint, yet he wrote that letter in support of Jonah, showing he clearly knew about the litigation in New York, so it doesn't seem to add up. Many have speculated that Mayweather is coming out of retirement for a rematch with Pacquiao because he needs the money. Yes, this is why. Around August 2025, Floyd needed cash money, so he decided to start pawning his jewelry. Here's a text on August 25th, 2025 of Jonah sending Floyd an image of his watch and the word loan below. That represents that watch as being within the group that was being pawned. Here's the second image sent on that day. The top image is a collection of watches that were grouped together for a November loan and that many had been returned after the balance was paid down. Here's the next message of another collection of watches that were used for a loan. The image on the left is an exhibit Floyd included in the complaint. Within this list are 4 of the watches you see in the text message on the right that were included in the group of watches that were pawned. This indicates he continues to lie about not knowing that his watches were getting pawned for a loan to fund his lifestyle. What was told to me is that Floyd was running out of money. Now, obviously, his broke is a lot different than broke for me and you, but at this time he needed money, so he decided to pawn $13 million from his watch collection. He does have his own jet and has flown private for a couple decades, and he has an extensive exotic car collection. But what has been shared with me is that his lifestyle...
Cornelia also alleged that Mayweather had used watches valued at roughly $13 million in pawn transactions to obtain additional cash. He noted that what Mayweather might describe as financial pressure could look very different from the kind of hardship experienced by an average person. Cornelia further suggested that maintaining an exceptionally expensive lifestyle may require repeatedly putting valuable possessions forward as security in order to obtain more financing.
So Jonah knows what the number is. Jonah, as Floyd's manager and the one who handles all the financial transactions, is the one who ensures that all the loans are paid off. The lender responds $1.85 million in checks, $10.8 million in jewelry, and $1.47 million in fees. And he mentions needing another $360,000 by Friday so the fees don't keep adding up. Floyd received the $13 million for pawning watches in his supposed $100 million watch collection. Jonah shared with me that people pay up to 3% per month, which is why the fees were so high. That loan was almost paid in full. If you reread Joel's message, it makes sense. Joel says, I have recouped everything and hasn't had to sell any pieces. All that remains is another $360,000, so Floyd doesn't have to pay any more fees. In case you aren't following, Joel can sell the watches that were pawned if Floyd doesn't pay the $13 million back. but he didn't need to sell watches.
In July 2017, reports claimed that Floyd Mayweather had accumulated more than $30 million in outstanding tax obligations with the IRS. Around the same time, questions arose over whether his widely promoted fight against Conor McGregor was driven in part by the financial opportunity, rather than being solely about answering McGregor's public challenges. That McGregor incorporated those reports into the promotion for the bout, portraying Mayweather as the person who stood to benefit most financially. He even took shots at Mayweather's fashion choices, joking about his expensive suits and questioning whether the veteran boxer would still be able to afford them. The comments added further tension to an already heated buildup. Regardless of those allegations, Mayweather generated enormous earnings during his boxing career. Forbes estimated that his total career income had reached roughly $700 million by 2016. He was also associated with major real estate investments, including a reported deal involving a rental property portfolio worth around $600 million. However, the precise ownership details and structure behind some of those holdings have remained unclear.
Yes, out there for fun. I don't think it's going to be anywhere close to the 18% that 601 was claiming on their website. I think his return is going to look a little bit more like if he were to put his money into a REIT. Like for a simple example, if we look at Realty Income Corp, this is one of the most popular REITs around. They hold over 15,000 commercial properties in their portfolio, spread out over 90 different industries, and these guys pay a monthly dividend of about 5.5% if you invest your money with them. I'm sure 601 is giving Floyd a better return on his investment than Realty Income would give you or I, but it's generally the same concept as what I'm thinking, which means that if you put $100 million into this fund, he's probably making something like $600,000 per month on his investment. Next story. This one is definitely a change of pace. Floyd has now decided to invest a chunk of his money in the famous Versace.
The recent tax controversy takes on greater significance when considered alongside other reported developments involving Mayweather's assets. Near the end of 2025, Business Insider reported that Mayweather had parted with his private aircraft and had also sold or surrendered properties in Miami and Beverly Hills. Additional reports alleged that other holdings, including residential real estate and his Las Vegas strip club, had been pledged as security in connection with money he was reportedly obligated to repay to financier Don Henke.
Want to buy a piece of this place? Well, apparently he's partnering with the current owners, the Nikesh family, and someone else named Eli Gindi to acquire a large stake in the home. He's taken the majority of Gindi's interest for an undisclosed price, and all Floyd had to say about this deal is that he feels blessed to be a part of such an important piece of real estate. Since we have basically no context on his motives here, I'm just gonna do my best to put my spin on why he probably made this move. First, this home will probably spit off some cash flow for him because it is functioning like a hotel at this point. So he's kind of buying into a hotel with this one. Plus, the fact that it's the Versace mansion tells us that it will probably continue to appreciate pretty good over time. Second, this is just one of those trophy properties. Like, this is the type of house that you buy to have in your portfolio just because it makes you feel good and it gives you kind of something to brag about. And last, I don't really know anything about fashion, obviously, but Floyd wears
Boxing commentator Luke Thomas has questioned the reasons behind Mayweather's continued pursuit of highly lucrative opportunities. Given the vast wealth he is reported to have accumulated throughout his professional career, another major bout would seemingly not be required for ordinary living costs. However, allegations involving outstanding debts, legal conflicts, and the substantial expenses associated with maintaining his extravagant lifestyle have led to speculation that financial considerations may be among the reasons Mayweather remains interested in major boxing events.
Was much bigger. And then after the fight, Floyd had said explicitly, I'm not really going to do, I need to know what my limits are here. I'm not really going to go back to doing professional stuff, because during that week he was like, oh, I'd fight McGregor again and blah, blah, blah. He kept doing the exhibition thing. Well, now he's going back to the professional side. So let's talk about it. Why is this fight happening? I actually feel like the explanation is
Mayweather has reportedly looked beyond a possible rematch with Manny Pacquiao when considering lucrative exhibition opportunities. Ali Abdelaziz, Khabib Nurmagomedov's manager, previously stated that Mayweather had repeatedly expressed interest in a matchup with Khabib and indicated that financial pressure may have played a role in that pursuit.
Floyd recently has been pretty unambiguous. He is in a lot of debt, and despite the fact that he made over $1 billion during the course of his career, and by the way, did that without sponsors, by and large, without sponsors, is a remarkable achievement. I don't know what he's done with his money, but he doesn't have much more of it. He's now literally doing, I've seen liquor sales, and he's a known teetotaler, which is kind of a strange turn unless you recognize the guy has money issues. The same is true for Pacquiao. Pacquiao had money issues during the latter portion, frankly, of his active run, where he had tax problems, and so where he was competing was, at certain points, he would go to places that had like low tax thresholds just so he could hold on to more of his purse. So his situation is certainly one of these as well. These guys need money, and I don't know what the purse is going to be for Netflix. I suspect it will be substantial, but let's just be honest about it. Reason number one, they're broke. Reason number two, to me, I don't have much to say on this because I have not.
That brings us to the end of today's update. Keep following for the latest developments, and we'll see you in the next video.